So, Fantastic Four's been cast. Surprise, surprise, the leaks were all true. Um, the leaks were all true about the casting. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards officially anyway. That's now, it was unofficially, officially said before, but now it's official. Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm. Joseph Quinn, who I actually like him as an actor. I think he's good. He's going to be um, Johnny Storm. And Ebon Moss Bacharach, who is from The Bear. He's going to be Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. Yeah, that's the casting. What do you think? Look, Pedro Pascal's fine. Stop putting him in everything. Like, stop it. He's not that good. He's fine. Right? And also, I like Vanessa Kirby, though. I think that's a good pick, actually, for Sue Storm. Tall, slender, long blonde hair. I mean, fits it. Should be that. So.
She has a very unique, exotic look to her. She's got those eyes that are, haunting. I think if they were going to do a live action elf like Frozen, I think she'd be great for that.
I was hoping she'd be black.
Okay, she was born white.
Oh God, whatever. But no, I like Vanessa Kirby's cast, and I think she's good.
I'm with you.
Johnny should have been Latin X for sure. What? Just saying. They missed a checkbox there.
No, because Pedro Pascal's Latinx.
Oh, does he consider himself Latinx?
He's a Latinx.
Pedro. It doesn't even matter whether he considers it. They can go, we've got a Pedro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the casting. Just that he doesn't feel like or look like Reed Richards. Like, there's always those actors that get those roles, like J.K. Simmons, who played J. Jonah Jameson, or Patrick Stewart, as Professor X, where you're like, yeah, that's their role. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. This is just doesn't even feel even remotely like a good casting for Reed Richards at all to me.
No, I just don't see it with him. Like, does anyone see it?
No.
Do you guys see it? Do you think he's Reed Richards? It's weird casting choice, I think.
Yeah, very.
Very
odd.
I think Yellow Flash is right that they're going to turn him into a villain anyway. So why do we care?
Well, that's what I was going to move on to say was actually, so that these casting rumors were leaked ages ago from the same people that have been leaking the story, and the story was, it's a Sue Storm movie. She's the lead, and it's about sort of Reed Richards not being basically getting a girl down type deal, right? Also those leaks stated that Anya Taylor-Joy was going to be a gender-swapped Silver Surfer. And also Javier Bardem was in the running to be Galactus. I actually like that casting. I think he'd be good as Galactus voice-wise. But this kind of writes itself in that element, is that if those leaks are right, they're true, they're legit, and it is... You've got two counterparts. You've got Silver Surfer woman with a man in charge, which she eventually breaks free from. I mean, there you go. Patriarchy, feminism right there. Sort of, it's the sort of, it's just right there, isn't it, basically? And then exactly the same with Sue Storm and Reed Richards. It's a similar kind of thing. Thoughts? Go on, Culture. You look like Dana say something.
No, I mean, I believe if they set this in the 60s, it looks like it's going to be a period piece. I believe that Vanessa Kirby's
I've heard 1969, even though the Life magazine is from 63. But yeah,
I think that's perfect. I think this. I mean, if anything's going to have a chance, this is it. They didn't do anything crazy with the casting other than Pedro Pascal, who I'm sick of. But look at that. It's just when you announce something this big, they announce it in such a soft way that it was almost offensive. I'm like, this is a Valentine's card. You're playing this into a Valentine's Day thing, like, because this is the first family of Marvel. Is that what this is? And
Well, what?
highlighting the romance with a guy that I don't think could fight his way out of a wet paper sack in Pedro Pascal. I mean,
Well, look at this: 2.2 million views,
Yeah.
only 42,000 likes. This is Marvel's official account.
I do like the
standard.
Marvel logo, just like the Cinerama logo, though. I will
Yeah,
say that.
yeah, and I actually have that font. So if
But
we ever
look at
want to
this.
use that font,
Yeah,
How bad is
that's
that?
not great.
That's awful.
But then again, I will say that there is a lot of people talking about this, so there's people opening
but-
it multiple times compared to actually.
But Tom, I agree with you, but are they talking positively about it, or are they all saying, "Wow, I can't believe it's Pedro
Well,
again"? And
I'm just saying, like, it's being passed around quite a bit, so not everybody's going to like it. And some of the people who've liked it have probably seen, like, I myself have seen it now a dozen times, right? So you can take, and I don't remember if I put a like on it or not. I know I shared it out. I mean,
I didn't put a like.
I don't know enough yet to like it, right? Like, that's the problem.
Well, that's the
I
other
like
problem.
this, but this could just be a bait and switch too. We've seen this a million times.
Yeah,
Well,
totally.
I hope this is the aesthetic they're going for. We all can hope this is what's going to happen. But even if it still happens, it doesn't change anything. It's still in the MCU, so because I don't believe they're going to reset Jack Squat with Deadpool, other than the X-Men.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's telling that this wasn't a video. This wasn't a teaser trailer. This wasn't a way to get you into these characters and believe what they're at. This has been leaked out there for a long time. I mean, and
they put this out there on purpose to cash in on Madam Web coming out. They usually do this, right? Whenever something comes out, they'll announce something softly aside it to kind of help boost the image. But at the same time, it was that or it was distraction for something else. One of the two.
How about the politics video that came out? But
how about Echo's horrible ratings?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I knew you were going to probably get to that, but yeah.
Yeah, Echo's ratings were terrible in total viewership, considering one episode, the season finale.
It's gotten to that point, though, with Disney and Marvel.
Guys, can we just focus on the casting?
Sure.
We're going to cross.
No, but on that point, I'll finish it up by saying, anytime Disney or Marvel announces anything anymore, my first instinct is, what are they covering up?
Well,
what are they trying to distract from at this point? Because their news is so bad all the time.
Well, they also announced that Thunderbolts has moved up a date as well. So that's
I thought they were canceling that completely. They're actually going to go through with it.
Loads of people thought they were canceling it, but this is what I mean. So they kind of released two things. But I mean, does anyone know who is familiar with Ebon Moss-Bachrach?
Oh, he's been in stuff that we've watched. I think he was in Punisher as like a hacker.
Yeah,
he was in The Bear,
well.
Right? And
I think he'd make a good Ben Grimm.
Oh,
in terms
certainly.
Of casting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm there with you. And I mean, the other kid he played the rocker in.
He did.
Yeah, he's really good at. He was really good in Stranger Things. In fact, I mean, definitely one of the coolest scenes ever. But anyway, and Vanessa Kirby, like I said, everything I've ever seen her in, I'm like, I really like this actress. She's really good. I mean, and of course, she's easy on the eyes, but she's actually able to like act, which is like that's a feat now. Because she's been in loads of stuff, and I appreciated her character, the widow in Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. So like I said, overall the only thing that threw up the red flag for me was Pedro freaking Pascal. Somebody mentioned, and I think I agree with them, and I can't attribute it to the correct person, so I'm not even going to try. But Don Hamm would have been a better choice for Reed Richards,
or his brother John.
Yeah, that's true.
Did I say Don Hamm?
I have no idea.
You did.
I was too busy changing my avatar. Vanessa Kirby.
Good choice. I think that works.
Oh, so that's the new one now, huh?
Hey,
that's the new one for a little while.
Hey, I'm just saying. I saw Madam Web and I went, How did they make these 3 young women look
Oh,
so frumpy? So
God,
bad.
Hold
we'll
that
get to
thought.
that
Hold
anyway.
that thought, culture.
I know.
We'll get to
Strange
that.
likes
But
to
yeah,
say.
so this
Did I say
look,
Dawn Ham?
so I think another important thing about this announcement, right? This sort of pseudo announcement, is an announcement, whatever it is, right? Is this little dude?
Yeah, who is
This little
that?
dude.
He was in the
It's
cartoon and stuff. It's
Oh, I don't
interesting.
remember.
Herbie or something like that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Herbie. You're
Yeah.
right. It's Herbie.
Herbie.
Yep.
Now, that to me is a big red flag, actually, because I think that to me is more of that slapstick Marvel tone that we all have grown to loathe. Because
Well, there is a bit of tongue-in-cheek camp in the Fantastic Four. I'm not against it, but it depends on how they play it out.
well, but it's Marvel, so we know how they're going to play it out. That's what I mean. You know,
Okay.
imagine. Well, yeah, do you see what I mean? Like new modern day Marvel. That's how it's going to be done. Tongue in cheek, cool, great, but modern day Marvel, no, not so good. I don't think that's that good. So to me, that's a red flag. But look, the other issue again with the casting and stuff is that when the casting was leaked, it was also leaked the story. Like I said, Anya Taylor-Joy, gender swap Silver Surfer, all this kind of nonsense. So what's your betting on that being true?
Well,
So
since
100%.
yeah, since this is
Yeah.
since the casting here is so clearly in line with the leaks, I'm going to say that I agree with that. I agree that we're going to have this. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think we're going to have things we hate in this too.
Probably a lot of things.
Yeah.
Given their recent track record, anyways.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Thoughts opening weekend. What do we think it's going to get? There you go. Predictions.
Ooh.
I know.
Opening
Bring it.
weekend on this film?
Yep.
Domestic or global?
Oh, whatever you want, to be honest, I think. Whatever you
Okay.
want. I mean, you could separate it.
I think domestic, I would probably settle in to a $65 to $75 million open domestic opening weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's. I don't think
That's a lot.
Yeah, but I think it's worthy of those numbers. I know, but I think it's going to be people interested to see these characters again and to see if they're given a better treatment. The problem is they're not going to be. And then global for opening weekend, I think it rides into that 275 to 250 million opening.
Okay.
And then I think it falls off like a rock.
All
I
right,
think
fair
I
enough.
think this film eventually, when it does its entire run, is like 690 somewhere in there, 690 million global. That'd be my guess.
Wow, you're really keen on that.
Come on,
Tom, what
write
do
it
you
down.
think?
I think it has a good chance of doing $500 million, but I don't want to say too much or guess too much until I actually see a trailer and know more about it. That's the thing.
Fair enough. Nick?
I'm gonna say like a little bit closer to Tom. I'm gonna guess and predict that it's not even gonna hit half a billion.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
Worldwide,
Yeah.
for its entire run, I don't think it'll hit 5.
Wow.
I
right.
mean, look,
I'd
just
agree
look
with
at the
that.
state of Marvel, and
Yeah, I honestly
I mean,
agree. I think,
nobody's going.
Yeah.
You know, in the general audience, it doesn't know who these people are unless they, watch the old Fantastic Four movie in the 2000s.
yeah, that's not going to make them want to watch this
Yeah.
either, is it?
Yeah,
Fan Four Stick isn't going to make them want to watch this dog shit.
yeah, and they're gonna
So,
be like, oh, like, oh,
Yeah.
fantastic, like the one that they came out in the 2000s. Like,
yeah, no thanks.
I just don't see. I just don't see it hitting 500 million worldwide for its complete run at all.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Wow,
wholeheartedly.
you guys are really targeting lower numbers than I would have anticipated. And
Well,
hello,
I'm basing it strictly off the track record for the last several years.
What did the Marvels do? That was
well, that was
mate.
poo. I mean, that's
Yeah,
we
that was
don't know-
atrocious.
okay. We don't
To
know
be
enough
fair, the
about.
Marvels isn't Fantastic Four either.
That's true.
I also don't think Fantastic Four has a big name brand at the moment.
I think
with general population.
it might be right, but if this is done properly, I think it'll be fine. Look, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, for as flawed as it,
that was a third movie. People understood. They knew what it was. Can't compare this with that.
I'm okay. I'm trying to like take lesser known characters that got developed over time and try to apply it that way. So I'm looking at 845 million global for that film. So I think putting it at 690 million is fair. But it's not the Marvels. The Marvels is a bunch of ladies that nobody knew about or cared about. And they really despise a certain actress that was involved in the project. So you can't compare that. I mean, again, we were mentioning and singing the praises of 3 of the cast members here, just not the one.
But they don't have worldwide stardom to make this a success. We'll see. We will see. Real quick, because we've got a super chat that which chimed in on this actually. I want to tie this in with this segment. So Israel R for $5 says the picture art for the new Fantastic Four cast looks good, but it feels like it's a mockery to true Fantastic Four comic book fans to me. Maybe it's a woke that has jaded me. This announcement just feels bad. Thoughts? I guess we've just covered buddy. So hopefully
unfortunately we just had a huge group of people join us from that Park Place, like towards the end of what we were doing just there. So just to revisit, we're not thrilled with the Pedro Pascal.
It's fine.
I'm trying to answer the question. I'll be quiet now.
The super chat. Well, what did you think about the artwork? Is that a mockery or not?
I think this is reflective of the Valentine's cards that you would hand out to your entire classroom when you were in elementary school.
Yeah,
that's what I think this is. That's why I was like, oh, this is what they're doing.
Yes or no?
Yes. Do you like me? Yeah. Do you want to be my Valentine? Yes or no? Yeah. It's like I said, it's somewhat juvenile. I will agree with that. It also harkens back to something that Disney's been lacking. And specifically Marvel's been lacking for a while. Americana, leaning into the greatness of the U.S. at the period. If this is a period piece set in, as Tom suggests, 69, I think all the aesthetics are kind of there. It's stylized, but my objection is based purely off of the Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's fine. All right, well, let's shuffle on now, guys.